startup companies, manage and direct companies, technology startups. Adi Wasserman, Adi is our ICO team leader. Adi has vast experience in financial market and has been the CMO of top-ranked websites. My name is Gabi Breutman, as I said. I have 20 years of experience in the high-tech industry here in Israel. I've been a founder, co-founder, and investor and manager in a couple of startups here in the last 20 years. So without further ado, let us show you what we're doing. So our mission statement. InFash is harnessing the power of blockchain to revolutionize the way people shop and interact with brands and with each other. When we started at the beginning of the road of InFash, we were looking at a lot of statistics. We are commerce people, e-commerce people, and marketing, and we started looking at the numbers. As you can see, the e-commerce business, the e-commerce ecosystem, is about $1.7 trillion today. And it is about to reach, in 2022, it is about to reach $2.5 trillion. It is a huge market, not only with the numbers, but also with the variety of products that are being sold online. And if we put on top of this, the yellow numbers are representing the fashion segment within the e-commerce. You can see that the fashion segment within the e-commerce always takes a nice chunk out of the e-commerce. It's about a third. It is today $500 billion, and it is about to reach, and it is just around the corner, it is about to reach almost $1 trillion in 2022. Only in South Korea, in 2017, we were talking about $10 billion in fashion only. So this is a huge market.
So that's fashion in textiles, you mean?
Sorry?
Is it fashion in general or
fashion? It's fashion. It's e-commerce fashion. People that are buying fashion this way or another over the internet.
Not only textile, also accessories,
shoes,
yes.
luxury goods.
Yes. Yes. So here we can see the likeliness and the increasement of generations, different type of generations, to purchase fashion online. We will go over a demo of InFash, and I hope some of you already installed the app, and if not, it's a good time to search for InFash in the app stores and download it. InFash is not only e-commerce and fashion. InFash is about e-commerce in social. Okay, we are a social app, and I will show it in a second. So, in a few minutes. So, we see an increase of the likeliness of the generations to purchase fashion online. You can see that there is a nice increase. There is something that is missing here, which is Generation Z. Generation Z is a generation that was that brought up to life with a cellular phone in their hands. So the numbers, we're expecting the numbers to increase. Okay. Another, just a few numbers that guided us. Almost 80% of the online shoppers want products to be brought to life with images. It convinces them, okay, much more. 75% wants to see customized product offering. 70% want to see product reviews, and 42% find recommendations from real people, from family, from friends, from their neighbors, from their neighborhood people. They find it influential.
Is this all online shoppers or just fashion?
This is for all online shoppers.
But it's mainly for fashion because it's more relevant for fashion to see product brought to life and recommendations.
And is this, how does this match to the millennial demographic, or is this
to the millennial?
Is this survey for all?
It's for all the shoppers.
Yeah.
For all the shoppers.
Millennial, of course, are much higher percentages.
So as you should expect, in such a big market, there are a lot of challenges. And the first challenge, and again, we will talk about it along the presentation, the first challenge is that there is over 30% of returns in this industry. And this is a huge problem for retailers, for brands. When someone purchases an item and returns it, sometimes, or most of the time, when it gets back to the retailer, it is already out of the season. And I don't know if you know what they're doing, you might know what they're doing, but sometimes they're just destroying the merchandise. This causes huge loss of money to the retailers and brands. So this is something that we wanted to take care of. There is a growing need for customized product offering. People, the time they spend online and their attention is getting shorter and shorter, and they want to get to pages that are actually customized for their needs and for what they like. Users' data is precious, but users do not get any economical compensation from it. Okay? Who does get it is the influencers get the economical compensation, but this is just a small amount of people. But yet, it's the long tail that is driving the purchases, the e-commerce purchases. It's us, and we are not getting any economical compensation for it. This is a big challenge that we wanted to address. The personal pricing is also a big challenge. We are about 10 people here in the room. If you will open your phone and try to book a hotel, we will probably get different prices. This is yet to be implemented in the fashion e-commerce world. And then lastly, there are 5 giant companies that interfere with the customer journey. It is very important for the brand, it is very important for the merchant, for the retail, to understand the journey of its customer. If it doesn't understand the journey of its customer, where they're coming from, it's problematic. And there are 5 giant companies, which I'm sure you all know their names, that are standing between the retailers and their potential customers. And this is another challenge that we wanted to address. So just to summarize, the fashion e-commerce is a huge ecosystem. Okay, $0.8 billion trillion dollars in 2022. It has a lot of challenges, and they are waiting to be disrupted. I want to show you a product walkthrough of our beta version. Again, you can also download it.
You need to know that it's a ready product. You can already download it from any store.
Yeah. The product is available on the App Stores and the Google Play already for the last few months.
Google Play.
Okay, so you can. Okay, so you can log in with your email or with your Facebook account, and this is the main feed of the application. As you can see, I'm scrolling over user-generated data. I can upload one of my pictures. Okay, I'm uploading this picture. It goes through a state-of-the-art image recognition mechanism that allows me. That allows me to choose. As you can see here, there are 3 items, and this might answer the question that was asked before. Accessories for sunglasses, and then the dress and the sweater. Each one of those items that was automatically recognized, I will be able to choose up to 5 different, either an identical item or similar items. Okay? So I'm going over this process. It's very easy. It's very cool because you can actually be a fashion creator. Okay, you can decide which items you want to add to your tags, And here, as I mentioned before, we are a social platform, so I can add hashtags so it would be easier to find my look. So I'm publishing it, and now I will show you how, as a user, this is a model, okay? Everyone can be users of the app. Every user that uploads a look is turning to be a model. And stop for a second. And as you can see here in the top, there is a wallet, okay? Right now, the wallet doesn't have any money in it, but there is a wallet over there that we will discuss later on in the presentation. Each time that someone makes a purchase through my look, I start to get money. The affiliation money is actually turned back into me, because I am the one who uploaded the picture. And I will show you how I do it. So for example, this bag, I'm interested in this bag. I click on this look, and I browse through the different bags that she have decided to upload, and I've decided that I want this one. So I hit shop now, and then I get directly to the store. Once I do the purchase, this model, the model that you've just seen, will start getting money. The affiliation money gets to, eventually gets to the model. Okay, so this is a quick presentation, a quick walkthrough of our app. And I want to summarize the key features. Sorry.
So you can, everybody can be a model?
Yes.
To take a picture and then upload?
All the system is user-generated content. Everyone can be a model, and everyone that is a model, because we are right now connecting already to almost 2,000 retailers that pay us affiliation fee for each purchasing. So each time that user click on any item of you as a model, and you are redirected to the shop, let's say a Korean online store, you buy, let's say the store is paying InFash $10, InFash bring you the model $5.
Okay.
So
you split the affiliate 50-50 with?
Look, our plan at the beginning not to split, to give the affiliation the 100% to bring it to awareness, and you know that we want them to feel much better, but the basic model is 50-50.
So the person who uploaded the picture gets the reward. What if the picture girl, the girl in the picture, argues that, hey, that's my picture, you uploaded it, but you didn't get my consent, and there's a dispute, what happens?
You're saying if you did the purchase, if you know that someone did the purchase,
if I uploaded someone else's picture, not my picture, and
someone else. Oh. This is a problem. This could be okay. The only thing is, look. Basically, it will work like all the internet, 20-80. 80% will do it for $10, $50 to have some commission that will help you to buy the next item. 20% will understand that it is an option to get some extra cash, and maybe they will do this, okay? But to put another person, this is something that we will not want that it will be. And one of the reasons that we will not allow this is because people can choose, for example, models from magazines and so on. Right. So what we will do, the only way to get money for this is to register with your really identification. So she can do this, but she will not get any money, because the money will go to a specific person with the ID and everything.
So the money that you are paying is fiat money, like momentum.
We will explain it in a few
like
slides.
Momentum, you know, you get momentum tokens whenever you advertise, whenever you, you know, send your friends the information. Yeah, okay.
I really explain it. I want to summarize the key feature. The key features that we've just seen, that it is user-generated content, okay? It's not everyone can be users, everyone can be models. It is an easy to use automated tagging item. So as you saw, I can, if this shirt is $200, I can choose this shirt, and I can also choose other shirts similar to this that the system recommends me that are costing $20 or $2,000. So I can choose my own items and increase the probability that someone will see this shirt and decide to buy it. Okay. It is a rewarding there is a rewarding mechanism. Again, we will go over it in a few slides. And it's rewarding not only for the models that uploaded the picture, but also for the users, for their activity. And there's no cost of switch. If I'm not an influencer, I'm not an influencer at Instagram at all, but if I am uploading a selfie of myself to Instagram, which I have an account on, I can share this picture with InFash, and in InFash I can make money. In Instagram I cannot make any money, people can see it and go to purchase it, but I cannot make any money there. So there's no cost of switch. I can use Instagram and I can use InFash at the very same time, and they are alive together. Two important features that I want to discuss, because they are touching the first challenge that we discussed, the 30% of returns. Okay, you have to, you can realize that if we are managing to reduce even 1% or 0.5% from those 30% of returns, this represents a lot of money to the brands, to the retailers.
What do you mean represents a lot of money?
Because, for example, in the US, for example, market, the returns of fashion is almost $40 billion a year.
Wait, so you're saying in the US, fashion returns $40 billion. So basically that represents $40 billion of lost sales, or a fraction of that is cost as well, because of restocking and so forth?
No. It's for the retail price. The actual cost of this, of course, is less, because if I sell something for $100, it might cost me $10. But what is happening is, as Gabby represented before, when you return an item, most of the time, for example, right now, if it's in the summertime and you send it back to ASOS, for example, we should have still time to bring it back to the stores. If you return them in a few weeks' time, they will destroy it because they don't have time to bring it back to the stores for the season.
So then basically, during the return period, it's taken out, right? So they can't sell it to someone else. The season ends, and then it's basically just lost.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes they even burn it or destroy it.
So you're saying even a 1% reduction in returns
represents a lot of money.
represents a lot of money. Okay.
You know, when you see the needs of the retailers, this is one of their most concerns. The returns over purchasing online. It's a big issue.
More than that, there is stat that, for example, user that first time purchasing fashion online, and for any reason, mostly because of fitting, is returning it, more than 50% will not go back to the same retailer. If the first time will be a bad experience. So it's really a big issue.
Okay, so this is a way we are trying to tackle this issue. There is an option when you are getting into the app to define your body shape. Try to remember how brands are advertising their clothes. They are advertising it with people that look the same. Models. They're all models. They all look young, nice, thin, etc., etc. Our thought is that once you will define your body shape and your feed will be customized with, again, I remind you, real people that uploaded their look with real clothes, and they are similar to you. If I'm a plus size, I will see a feed of plus size. If I'm a pear-shaped size, I will see a feed like this. The idea is that once I see the feed of real people wearing clothes that in a body that is similar to mine, the amount of returns of good and merchandise will be reduced.
And the percentage of satisfaction of me as a buyer will be better, because even I have the ability to return, I'm disappointed. A lot of times I'm ordering something, I need it for any vacation or whatever, I close it. So first thing I understand when I enter to this, that especially women, when they say it doesn't fit me, it doesn't connect to size. It doesn't fit. And we cannot solve it, okay? But think about this. Let's say that you are the lady that one of them, okay? And let's say that 10,000 or million other people tag themselves in the same body shape. And the system, when she is tagged herself like, let's say, hourglass or whatever, the system connects her to see the million people, other people in the same body shape. Of course, not the exact fit, but the impression. And if you look at the app, you will see that we try to push people to load not only picture, also videos, because we make a lot of tests with the customers, not customers, with groups, and we understand that video give you also a feel of the
fabric.
The fabric. So you will see that it's not much right now, because we have all, we implement the video feature not only in the last 2 or 3 months.
Okay, and another feature that is aiming to reduce this number is the Get Advice. Again, we are a social app, and we have the ability to look for items, look for fashion items, put them in a virtual closet, and then if I want to buy a shirt or sunglasses, I can pay up to 4 or 5 different items, share them with my friends, and ask them what they think. Okay, and this is expected to reduce the amount of returns. So you've seen the huge ecosystem we are operating in, and you've seen a demo of our app. Now let's talk about blockchain. So InFash harnesses blockchain technology to present new solutions for existing challenges. We are operating mainly in 4 segments, or actually the blockchain allows us mainly 4 items, 4 capabilities. First of all, blockchain allows digital footprint to be owned by the user. InFash is not connected to the digital footprint of the user, and I want to say a few words about it. The user, when it comes into the system, it will put a few details. For example, the body shape, if he's a male or a female, etc. There's a couple of things that users need to do at the beginning. But it's the digital footprint that is very interesting. The habits of this user. What kind of shirts does he like? What does he have in his virtual closet? Has he or she bought products through InFash or not? We can store all this on the blockchain, and obviously the user will have his private key, and they will decide if they want to expose this data or not. And in a few slides we will explain how this mechanism works. Blockchain allows, blockchain and cryptocurrencies allows the ability to use micropayments and microtransactions. This is a very natural ecosystem for that. One token can use for thousands of brands. There are, as Eli mentioned, more than 2,000 merchants that we are connected to in affiliation programs, and one token will be able to give you the ability to purchase from those brands. And we, as you will see in our roadmap, we are planning to present a peer-to-peer mechanism that will allow people to trade fashionable items with each other with trust and consent. So,
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Just about the e-commerce side, you know, like affiliate is a pretty painful experience, you know, because it's like I tried the app and several things I clicked on no longer available. Each site I go to, okay, I got to log on and get set up and da da da. Do you have any kind of approach around kind of reducing some of that friction?
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay. Please wait a second, we'll come to
we have a slide for that. Okay. All right, so I want to present you the one token. We are all models token. This is we are at the beginning of our ICO. We will see the roadmap in a few slides. We want to present the one token to be used in the InFash ecosystem. And I want to invite Adi to talk about the flow of the community.
Okay, so this is a chart that explains a bit about the interaction among the members of the community, which mainly consists of the users, the models, which are users that uploaded the look, as you understand, and the retailers. Those are the three big players. Now, the users are regular people, like we see, they are the long tail of any social network, okay? We see them on Facebook, on Instagram. They don't upload too much information, but they are searching for it all the time. So those are the ones that we call the users. They will probably use the app to look for fashionable items, fashionable people that look with the same body size as theirs, body shape as theirs, and they will go to purchase items. So they are the most simple players in this equation. And we have the models, which are users that uploaded looks, and they can do it for several reasons. They can do it like they do it in Instagram, because they want other people to see how they look, because they want to add followers. And in this system, they can do it also because they see a potential to gain profit out of it. The profit that they can gain is coming from two different directions. One is from affiliation programs, and that users will click their look and they will get for it a commission. And the second option is, of course, for retailers to get connected to the model to represent them as influencers. So these are two different types of income that you can receive. And the users also here, what Gabi talked about, and we'll talk in the next slide a bit more about it, they can also get paid. Even though they haven't uploaded any look, they can get paid from retailers by providing access to their information. We will talk in the next slide on how we do it. Of course, the retailers are getting money from the users for buying these items. You asked about the problem of affiliation. How do we solve the problem of affiliation? So first of all, if you have a big enough economy, okay, the retailers are a bit more flexible to work with you than they are working with the affiliation program. Eli and myself, we have experience in online retail businesses. We manage online sites with tens of thousands of, tens of millions of users. One of the sites that I was involved with was ranked among the top 100 in Alexa. So we know how to get to the masses. We know how to work with the retailers and with the affiliation programs. And one of the ideas that we had, because we are talking about cryptocurrency, one of the ideas that we had is that we will enable the users to pay retailers with cryptocurrencies if the retailers will be willing to accept crypto. But if they will not be willing to accept crypto, you need to remember that a portion of the purchase is repaid to the app from the affiliation program. At least that portion of the money can be paid in crypto, because we will be willing to accept back those cryptos as the affiliation. So in that case, let's say for a user that's buying a $100 item, when we get to the retailer, what he will see, you can pay $90 in dollars and $10 worth of one token. The $10 worth of one token, anyway, the retailer needs to bring it back to me Okay, and the affiliation. So if you have an agreement with the retailers, it will solve a lot of the affiliation process because you have control over how much money you receive because 10% of the money is received in your own token, so you can track this round, and you are also getting it back. You get it back immediately. There's no need for the affiliation problems that we see in wiring money, that it's getting into the system a month later. When you log off the system, usually you don't get the last month. We know a lot of the problems that you can see in affiliation program, and of course, one of the biggest problems in the affiliation program is sometimes they don't really track the transaction. When the transaction will be done in crypto, they can't say that it wasn't tracked, okay? So this is one of the solutions that we have with the affiliation program. And of course, we have all the marketplaces where we will enable everyone to replace their own cryptos with their own one token with fiat. Yeah.
Could you just explain, so when somebody takes a picture of something, how do you match it? Do they tell you which retailer it is and give you the link? Is that
what we have an AI system that actually break apart the picture, tells you what items there are in the picture, and it was already connected to the database of those 2,000 retailers, and it searches the database and recommend items that look alike or are the same. I can tell you that right now the system is accurate only 18%, okay? It will give you the exact item.
You said 1/8?
1/8, yeah. But it will give you similar items, which we think it's much better, because usually when you see a nice item, you don't really want to pay the price of that exact item, because if, let's say, I'm a haute couture buyer, and your item, which I like a lot, is a Gap item, okay, if I will see it, a Ralph Lauren item for $500, and those $5, probably I'll go for the $500. And if, let's say, I'm a buyer of Gap, and what you're showing me is Ralph Lauren, and I can see the same thing in Gap at $5, I'll go and buy it for $5. So we believe that the similar items actually have more power than the exact item. Okay? So that's the ecosystem that we're working on. And okay. The next thing is the retailer power tool. This is where we go into the blockchain mainly. What we think that the main part of our system. Okay? What do we think that one of the best things that we have to offer in this ecosystem of blockchain and retail and fashion and social network is the fact that right now users' information are actually valuable only to the big five. Okay, they are the only ones who are taking this data and process it and use it and gain money out of it, and we know the numbers. Okay, the users get nothing. What we saw is that we can harness the power of the blockchain to actually bring back the data to the end user, okay? And to give the data also to the retailers. Let's say that I'm Nike, which is a huge company. If I want to go and make a campaign over Facebook, the amount of information that Facebook will give me is very minimal, okay? I will never know how many shoes their users have bought. I don't know what the color of the shoes, I don't know which company, okay? Now let's say that I'm gonna harness all the information that I have in my system. And what is the information that I have in my system? First of all, I've got information that the user entered on his own, okay? His body shape, his Facebook address, his telephone number, his home address, his name, his size, his favorite colors, and so on. That's one thing. The second thing is all the digital footprint that we are gathering, and it's huge data, okay? Any item that he clicked on, any item that he was looking at, okay? Any item that he bought, because they are buying through the system to the retailer, I know the items that they bought, I know what price did they pay, I know if they like to pay full price or discounted price. I know if they like to keep if they buy, let's say, 6 items with different sizes and they return 5 out of them. Okay, so I'm gathering a lot of information. What I want to do, I want to take the entire information, put it on a database open for all. Okay, any retailer can log into the database and now search for users that live in Tel Aviv, the age 25 to 30, with hourglass type of body, that had bought 90 shoes for the last 6 months, that bought it for full price. I get a list of 20,000 people, for example, okay? Now, the problem is that they don't know about those 20,000 people. The 20,000 people are people that are holding a private key to the database. And if they want to actually get in touch with them, they need to offer them a token. They need to pay the user to say, okay, that's me. In that case, what happens is that the advertising money is going to the end users, okay? The exact end user that is the potential buyer. And now if you will be willing to go to the retailer site to look at the customized page, because right now I've been looking for the exact people that I want to market, shoes that are green, for example, okay, green sneakers. So they will send the user to a specific landing page, and they will be willing to pay him money just to go and see that landing page. This is the concept that we're talking here in what we call the retailer power tool. And this is our main feature that we see that we can implement from the blockchain to a social fashion network. Okay, I'll let the others.
So you don't have to buy it, you just see it and then you get the...
Exactly.
Oh.
If you are willing to go to the retailer's page, the customers, you already get paid for that. Because the retailer, in order to get you, usually they pay quite a lot of dollars, okay, for the advertising space. And this way they're actually transferring the advertising money straight to the end users instead of paying the advertiser's company.
If you are searching on Google and you click, the retailer that you click on, he is paying Google. In this case, he knows a lot more information about you. He will be able to fix a special request for that fit your needed for all this. And more than this, it doesn't point it right now. Gabi mentioned before about the personal price. I give you an example on searching for hotels and so on. In fashion, there is nothing yet like this, but think about this. We spoke about returns. If the retailer, look, when something costs online $100, we presume that I think $20 is for the returns. It's a big numbers. So if retailers see that this customer, he purchased in the last year $2,000 and he never returned anything, so automatically it's good for the retailer to give him $10 discount. Probably he will make sure that this customer probably will have more intent to buy. And if he will buy, still the retailer give him $10, but he also have $10 more if you remember that from the beginning $20 was for the return. So if all of this will work as we expected, and the system is already working, so look, it's really a win-win situation.
In the big picture, what Eli is saying is that, and Gabi said it before, that there is no personalization pricing in fashion today. And if a retailer gets the entire information, your habits of returning product or your loyalty to the same product, he can reprice the product that he's trying to sell you, because right now they don't know anything about their customers. We are all the same for them. Okay, when you are landing in Nike's homepage, we're all the same buyers. They don't know how much money we have. They don't know what is our tendency to buy. They don't know what our return policy. Okay, so and if we give the entire information to the retailer, they can actually give us each and every one of us a different price for the product, because they know what are the risks they're taking by selling us the product.
There'll be a big synergy if you work with the Momentum, because I know all about Momentum. They have an AI system to sort of sort it out, all these good customers and loyal customers and all that.
It's an important thing, but it's usually done in the big numbers. It's done today in industries like the travel industry. Okay, flights and hotels are giving you personalized pricing because it's in big numbers. It's thousands of dollars. You don't do it for shoes that cost $10. There's no point in using AI technology for those $10 transactions. Okay, if I give it for $9.55 or $10.05. Okay, but if you already get the information available, then you can do it for almost no cost. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so I want to summarize our core value proposition. We are creating a community of fashion for fashion lovers. We are rewarding both users and models, both sides, and we are giving the retailers a power tool mechanism that can help them make a direct connection with their potential customers and with customers. Lastly, I want to go over our roadmap. So we have been spending a lot of time in the first half of 2018 to build